The letters in faith are comprised of clues for quantum leaping to your peak performance. Now, I learned this from a book called You for You, Feel and Grow Rich. So in this video, I'm going to read from the book what each letter means, and then I'll give you an explanation for each one. So hey guys, I'm Laura, and I make videos that will awaken your awareness. So the first letter is F, and F stands for frequency. Match the energetic frequency of vibration of your intended outcome. So firstly, you need to understand how our reality works. So everything is energy, and all energy vibrates on frequencies, including you. You're an energetic being that's always vibrating on a frequency. So to match the frequency of your intended outcome, you do this by feeling the emotions as if your wish is already fulfilled. So quantum physics teaches us that all possibilities are already there in the quantum field. Anything and everything you want is there. To bring it from the quantum field into the physical reality, you have to tap into the right frequency to bring it in. And to tap into the right frequency is again by feeling the emotions as if your wish is already fulfilled. Now the next letter is A, and A stands for attitude. The attitude of gratitude. Be grateful for all, positive and negative. So the frequency of gratitude is extremely high vibrational. When you are genuinely grateful for what you have in your life, this puts you into a state of receiving. The universe will bring more things into your life for you to be grateful for. Now, it has to be genuine. You can't fool the universe. You can't pretend to be grateful for things in the hopes it's going to bring you more stuff. It has to be genuine, right? And you have to learn to be grateful for the negative things that happen. A lot of the negative things that happen to us are actually serving us in some kind of way. There's always a positive and a negative. So learn to embrace that. Now the next letter is I, and I stands for integration. Integrate mind, body, spirit, and emotion in one alignment to feel and have certainty to your outcome. So how can we integrate mind, body, and soul? We can do this a number of ways, and I'll give you some examples. Meditating, exercising, going out in nature, being grateful, following your heart, like following your passions, getting a good night's sleep, reducing your stress. So there's so many different ways you can do this, and I would highly recommend incorporating these things into your day-to-day life. That'll help you stay in a really good state. Now, T stands for trust. So let's go and trust, believing in a higher power that the universe is working with you and for you. That can be a hard one sometimes, letting go and trusting the universe, but you need to realize when you're trying to control a situation, you're trying to control to make things happen, that's coming from your ego. Your ego's the one that likes to control, and it's like the ego's grabbing the universe at its throat and saying like, this is how it needs to go, this is how it needs to be, you know. You need to like learn to let go and relax and trust. That is when it puts you in a powerful state, and that is when things will come in a lot easier. Because again, when you're coming from the ego and you're controlling, you're creating resistance and blocks, and you're stopping your manifestations from being able to come in. So learn to trust and let go, and realize the universe really does have your back. The universe is there for you to support you. Now H stands for happiness. So this one may take time to master, but will be at this counterintuitive core of your success. You must be happy now without any precondition, externally or doing anything special, knowing you already are special and complete. So realize, as you are right now, you are already whole and complete. You don't need anything outside of you to feel that. So when you learn to tap into that state of being whole and complete, and you don't need anything, this is powerful. This is when manifestations come through a lot quicker and easier. Another thing I learned as well with remaining happy, especially when you're trying to manifest something, you're trying to, get some sort of success, or you're trying to build a business, is to learn to enjoy the process instead of focusing on the destination being what it's going to get you, like, the success, the money, the flash car, the flash house, the holidays. Take your focus off that destination. Learn to enjoy being in the process and having fun with it. And when you do that, it loosens up the energy, and the energy is more light, and then it causes the manifestations to come through a lot easier as well. So learn to enjoy the process, stop focusing on the destination. And another thing I'm going to share with you is something I learned from Bashar. So Bashar is a channeled being, channeled by this man called Daryl. And Bashar basically means messenger. I can't remember what language Bashar is, but it means messenger in English. So he basically just gives us messages to help guide humanity. And one of the messages was to always remain in a joyful state, regardless of what's going on outside of you. To always remain joyful. So I think in certain situations that wouldn't apply. Like, for example, if you were to lose a parent, like your parent died or even your child died, obviously you're not going to remain in a joyful state during, something like that. But for example, let's say you're driving to work and you end up getting a punctured tire and you're on the side of the road and you're going to be late for work. Basically, it's like learning to be in a joyous state with situations like that, instead of allowing it to affect your mood, being, putting yourself in a negative mood because of it. Because at the end of the day, things like that aren't actually a big deal. You know what I mean? So it's learning to remain joyous regardless of what's going on outside of you. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, let me know by giving me a thumbs up or write a comment. If you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit that bell notification. I hope I see you on the next video. Peace.